Hello, welcome to Historical Fiction with Kwiatoslav. And recently I've been showing off some of my historical figurines from different companies like Papo and Schleich, and also from BBI, which is the company that I'm doing a second video on here, just because I decided to start with my Roman era figures. And BBI, interestingly, produced a lot of Roman era figures. I've already done one video with some Roman legionnaires and centurions now. And now I'd like to take a look at some other Roman era figures, namely here some Celtic figures and a gladiator. So first off, I'll start with this one, this kind of Celtic warrior here, as you can see, with a nice long sword and screaming under his mustache there. And you can see his shield design there, which is quite nice. And he's got a mail vest and scabbard there. Well, I said he's quite a nice figure overall there. There is a slight problem with him, and this is something that's happened with a few different BBI characters, is that they're not always the best balanced. So you can see he's got kind of a stone that he's supposed to stand on, but unfortunately he's not able to balance completely there. So if you can see here, I can't get him to stand up straight. So he always falls back onto his scabbard, which is not the worst thing, because, you know, he can still stand without falling. But it is a bit annoying when the characters... I've noticed that certain companies tend to be better about, say, balancing their characters a bit more. So that's the first one, that kind of Celtic warrior. Second one, I like this one quite a lot. Here's another kind of Celtic warrior, but a more kind of traditional one. As you can see, he's got the kind of the woad there, and blonde mustache and long flowing hair. And you see the shield, really excellent design there on the shield, looks really nice there. And he's got kind of the traditional striped trousers and his long spear, which I really like this one. He's quite a nice, also posable warrior there. And then the last one that I wanted to look at today is actually BBI's gladiator figure here. So this one actually came in a set. As you can see in this case, he's a Retaurius, which is the net fighter with the trident there, and he's got a net, and he's got his armor on there. And this figure was actually kind of interesting because he was actually two types of gladiators combined. I'll actually take the helmet off here, if I can. So it's not completely easy to, but he's actually got a removable helmet there that you can... I'll try to show a quick close-up of there. And you can see him as a proper Retaurius, because they were one of the only gladiators that went without helmets there. And this figure was actually interesting because he was actually two types of gladiator. He could also have been a secutor, so one with a sword and a shield. But unfortunately, I've misplaced the gladius, the sword, and the shield somewhere. So now he's just simply a Retaurius. And usually I have him without the helmet on, so he's a bit more authentic there. But sometimes I keep the helmet on him just to so it doesn't get lost like the other bits. And he was actually interesting because the gladiator here, he actually came with two kind of animals to fight. So he actually came with this one. This is some type of cheetah or something like that. So, you know, he had, I think in Roman terms, they were called bestiarius, the gladiators who were actually trained to fight in the arena for the crowds there. And he also came with a lion, which is really interesting there. There are lots of stories of gladiators fighting against lions and occasionally winning. I think there was a great story about one gladiator who actually jammed his arm into the mouth of the lion and reached in and extracted it, pulled out his tongue, killing the lion, which is really amazing. As you can see, I'm not too big on animals. You know, I'm a bit more interested in the oh, sorry, there's a little too detailed on that one, but yeah, I think they fit well there with the gladiator figure. So these were my second batch of my kind of BBI Celtic and Roman era figures. So thanks for watching. Bye.